My name is Arch Gregory, Bob Gibson,
Catherine Ellis,
Gary Klontz,
Wayne Rabb,
and I taught jewelry. I taught design, 2- and 3-dimensional design.
I taught the clay program and also was department chair for about 25 years.
I was originally hired in the fall of '76 to actually set up the woodworking program.
I taught fiber at Haywood Community College.
I came here in 1974, in June of 1974, and actually started classes in July of 1974.
I started teaching here in January of 1977.
I started, I think, in 1977 and taught to 2002. I taught at Haywood, started teaching at Haywood in part-time in the early 80s.
I taught at Haywood for a couple of years part-time, teaching a class here or there, a dye class, a color class. And then when Ruth left, I took over the program and started teaching full-time. And I did that for 30 years.
I was living in Tulsa at the time, and I received a phone call from a person. Her name is Judy McCarthy, and we were in graduate school together at University of Tennessee. She was in weaving and I was in the jewelry area. And she explained that Haywood Community College, well, it was Haywood Tech then, or Haywood something, another name then, but she said they were starting a crafts program and would I be interested in applying for the jewelry position. And I said, sure.
Right at the very beginning, we were very much like family. We had to figure it out. Nobody had ever done a program quite like this before. There were no models. There was nothing coming from on high to tell us this is the way we were going to do it. So we had to figure it out. And
We promoted our program initially just through local papers, through classified ads, which really didn't do much at all because we were trying to attract local students. And I have to admit that in the 32 years that I was here, I never had a student from the local high school.
you know, each of us had our own communities, professional communities, I think. And that's one of the ways that word got out about the program. I personally went to a number of national conferences. I taught at some of these things to give me an opportunity to talk about Haywood. Sometimes we took displays on the road to small conferences, small regional conferences.
There was very little money for advertising. There was some, but very little. And so most of the way we did it was going to shows. We were doing the Southern Highlands Guild show.
I would say the greatest asset in terms of marketing the program was when in 1980-81 we became an educational member of the Southern Highland Guild. And that changed everything for us. It gave us credibility, it gave us an audience, and we got a chance to really begin to showcase what the program was about. The original vision for the program is that it would teach craftspeople how to earn a living. And I don't think that vision has changed very much. I think that the way in which it's delivered has changed dramatically. But the bottom line in all of this, that a woman named Mary Cornwell first proposed this idea that craftspeople needed to know about business, because many of them were being taken advantage of, or many of them weren't surviving because if they could have been as good a business person as they were a craftsperson, they would have made it along the way.
I don't think it changed a great deal. I mean, we tweaked it and we tried some things that didn't work. We tried something else. But originally, we wanted to teach design techniques and include business.
So right from the beginning, we did cover the three areas that are still being covered today: the craft, the design, and the business.
I do keep up with former students. In fact, it's not unusual that I hear from at least somebody once a week, or I contact someone once a week.
I keep up with a lot of former students, and some have become very good friends.
Yes, I do definitely keep up with a lot of my former students, particularly those who are still working in the field or who have continued and grown in the field. A number of them are my peers now.
I have kept up with some of my former students, mainly through Facebook and email and stuff like that. And I'll meet them at the Craft Guild shows and stuff like that. Understand that some of them are now at upper hierarchy of the Guild at this point. So,
I think the greatest strength of the program was not really the program itself, but it was the team that we had put together.
The greatest strength of the craft program at the college, I think, is the people.
I think the greatest strength of this program has been the people who taught here. We were in a situation that we trusted each other incredibly. And I've often said this, we had our tiny disputes, but we never had any kind of major fallout or major argument or major disagreement about anything. It seemed that we were all together as a team, and we worked as a team.
Well, there are several strengths, I would say. One is the curriculum, and another one is the faculty, a very dedicated faculty. I know we would spend a lot of time, overtime work, setting up exhibits, working on weekends, working at night. And then we have a lot of community support and from the administration. There are not many schools, I don't think, or communities that would support this Hayward Community College like our community has. Not many people, not many communities would vote to increase their taxes for a new art building. And I think we're very fortunate to have community support.